started. So before we go into the nitty gritty, we just want to know a little bit about you. So can you please introduce yourself to our audience? Just share a bit about who you are, what you do, and some of your interests.
All right. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. I'm so delighted to be here, and I'm grateful to God for this opportunity, and I'm grateful to the Covenant of Global Rich Girls. It's been an amazing community. Thank you for giving me the privilege to come to this platform to share my experience. I hope that I would really help people to navigate through their writing journey this evening. Thank you so much. Okay, my name is Ifeoluwa Akinpelu. If you are not Yoruba, Ifeoluwa means love of God. So I'm literally love, but I'm popularly known as the Lady Ife, the Lady Ife. I'm a ghostwriter and a book project consultant. Apart from writing, something else that I do is I talk. I talk about faith, I talk about family, femininity, and lifestyle. And I'm a YouTuber. That's where I express myself. I talk about faith on my YouTube channel, The Lady Ife also. So that's what I do at the moment. And I'm a health enthusiast. So I love health, anything that has to do with health. I'm an author. I have a book that is related to emotional health, from trauma to triumph. And I'm having another book launch very soon too. So yeah, I'm a writer to the core.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
thank you.
So, in 3 words, how would you describe yourself and your writing journey so far?
Okay. Okay. I'll describe myself as I'll say, if I'm to describe myself and the writing journey so far, I would just say that writing has given me expression. Okay, you said 3 words.
Yeah,
So
three
I
words is
think I would say interesting but enjoyable. Interesting but expressive. Like,
okay.
it's been an interesting journey, interesting and expressive, and I'm able to express myself very much through words. So it's been interesting, and I love the expression that I get from it.
Okay, that's good. That's beautiful. So we're gonna get started with some of the questions. So I have some questions for you today. So I'm gonna ask you the question and give you your feedback.
Okay.
And just a heads up, if anybody have any question on the live, you can just use the question icon and just put your question there. There'll be a session for question and answer at the end of it. So first question for you, Miss Ife. What does pursuing a writing career mean to you, and why is it important?
Okay, thank you, Joy. When we say pursuing a writing career, once I heard that word, what comes to my mind is that, okay, your mind is made up and you have decided to express yourself and the value you have to share through writing. It's as simple as that. You've decided to express yourself and the value you want to share through writing. You've probably set a goal to say the purpose of this my writing is probably to express myself, or to document memories, or to amplify someone's message, or to market, or to tell people what's going on, or to share my feelings. So you have a goal in mind, and you are actively looking for ways to get the goals achieved. So that's what pursuing a career in writing. That's what it means. What's the other part of the question?
Yeah, why is it important?
Okay, it's important because for me personally, I would just say I think it's different things for different people.
Yeah.
But for me personally, I would say pursuing a career in writing is important because it helps me to, number one, 2 things for me. One, express myself. Before I start writing, I'm a complete introvert. I'm a very complete introvert. And in fact, from the moment I started writing till now, if you look at my past, you wouldn't believe that this girl that can literally stay in the room and not talk to anyone for 2, 3 hours, and even more if you permit her, is the one writing, is the one expressing herself through words. They are on the opposite end, so it makes me expressive. Then the second thing why I feel pursuing a career in writing is amazing is the impact it
Right.
leaves, and I'm all for that. It helps me to script my impact, helps you to script your impact. So you want to look deep and find out what you want writing to do for you
Hmm.
before you set out. That's okay, I want to pursue a career in writing. Do you want to use it as a tool of impact? Do you want to use it as a platform of expression? Do you want to use it to amplify a message? Do you want to use it to keep memories?
Hmm.
And whatever comes to your mind. So set a moment to reflect, then launch out.
Yes, that's true, because before you start something, you have to know the reason why you're doing that. Don't just do it because, oh, everybody's writing, so let me go into it. You have to, like you mentioned, you have to have a goal in mind. Like, why do you want to write, right? You want to express things you have to express. So that's really good. Know the reason why, because that's what will really like push you forward to excel in it. Thank you so much. So the next question is, how has your writing journey shaped your personal and professional growth?
Ooh. Thank you. Okay, the first thing I already mentioned a little bit of it in my when answering the second question, and I would say the first thing is that it has given me a platform of
Right.
expression. Okay, for example, I mentioned earlier on that I'm the author of From Trauma to Triumph. So if you go through that book, you can literally look a bit into my life and say, okay, I see one of the things that this girl has gone through in life.
Mm.
If you listen to my other platforms, say I'm not writing, or even if let's just talk about writing, if you read through my writings, my summaries, and everything, you have a sneak peek into what is going on in my mind. So it's a platform of expression for me. It has helped me to be able to express myself openly. Another thing it does for me is that writing has made me to be more coordinated in my thinking. So as I'm thinking, I'm not just worrying or thinking haphazardly. I'm meditating on something, maybe a project at hand or something that I'm hoping to bet soon. I'm thinking logically, like it has enhanced my thinking a lot. Another thing it has done is that my research, it has helped me to be very comfortable, get comfortable with researching, asking questions, interviewing people, wanting to know the mind of people. So that's another thing that writing has helped me, my personal and professional life. I think another thing I would say is that it has made me more reflective. So maybe
Mm.
before I started writing, I could just sit down. I mentioned I just sit alone a lot of times and I'm just there. Some of those times, it's not like I'm really reflecting on something. My mind is probably just wandering, except when I'm intentionally meditating. But now, the difference is clear. Most times I have coordinated thinking. As I'm reflecting, my mind is not wandering. My mind is fixed on something. I know this moment is me brooding over my next project. This moment is me brooding over my book, or it has coordinated my thinking and it has enhanced my reflection moment a lot.
That's good. Good. All right, thank you so much. So, next question for you is, what advice would you give to aspiring writers looking to kickstart their
Okay.
careers?
If you have any aspiring writer, they're looking to start their career, I would say that number one, don't overthink.
Mm.
Don't overthink it. You're interested in writing, you've set your goals, you know that I really want to do this, you're already sure. Don't overthink,
Mm.
just start.
Yeah.
Don't think, okay, maybe you have to have all the knowledge in the world, you have to have maybe I've read up to for 300 books, you have to have watched 1,000 movies. No,
Yeah.
just start. And how do you start? It could be as little as just journaling.
Mm-hmm.
If you are here already and you're already very good with your journal, it will be easier for you to write than someone who doesn't even write at all. So
Yeah.
just start from where you are. If it's for you to just write every day what you've been doing, trust me, if you do it for a month, check what you wrote in day one and check the pattern of the thing that you're writing on the 30th day. You will notice growth. You will see a significant difference in what you have done, and you'll be glad that you started. So like that, gradually like that, you're moving from one point to the other. You're moving from one point to the other, and before you look back, you would have experienced a very massive growth in your journey. So don't overthink it, just start. My second advice for you will be that excuse me, explore. We have different aspects of writings. We have different niches when it comes to writing. So sometimes you might not be able to definitely say when you're starting out, this is what I want to write about, except maybe for people who already know what they want to write about, or they study journalism, or they have someone to already put them through. But if you do not fall into any of this category, just explore. Today you can start with academic writing. Tomorrow start with not necessarily like as you're starting. It's okay for you to put yourself out there as you're starting. So at least you're having a track record. But
Right.
don't say that all I want to do is academic writing, and you see that I'm not good with this thing. I'm learning, but it's not coming easy for me at all, and you just want to stick to it. Be ready to explore till you find what works for you. Try academics, try ghost writing, try book writing, try health writing, try technical writing, try different niches
Right.
before you launch out. So that's my advice for you.
That's a really, really good advice. So I hope everyone is taking notes. Our writers on this call, aspiring writers, like she mentioned, don't overthink. I think that's what really kill people when they have like a passion for something, they want to do something, they overthink, like, oh my god, am I good? I don't have the right audience, I don't have the right resources. Don't overthink. Like Ifeanyi told us, don't overthink, just start. And you can start small, like journaling, right? That's where, if you really look at great writers today, they started from somewhere. So start journaling, and from there you find your niche and your audience. So thank you so much for that advice. So next question we have is, what are some essential qualities or skills aspiring writers should cultivate to succeed in the industry?
The first skill that I would mention is passion. In this journey, you are going to encounter many challenges, and trust me, if you are not passionate about it, you will not go far. 2 months, 3 months, you're already tired and you just want to stop. So ensure that you are passionate about it. That's why I mentioned earlier on that know the reason why you are setting out. If you are setting out because you want to impact your world, because you want people to be more knowledgeable, that's for will help your fire to keep burning. If you are starting out because you just want to express yourself, when you remember the reason you started in the first place, you will not burn out. You just want to keep going irrespective of the challenges. So grab the reason why you have hold on to the reason why you have started. Be very passionate about it, and don't ever lose that passion for any reason. So be passionate. Number 2 is ditch perfectionist mindset. This is one of the issues I have with writers. They write the first day, it's not giving what it should give. Let me just put it like that. And you're like, no, I can't compare this to what Chinua Achebe or Chimamanda has written, and you just say, okay, I'm done. I'm done. I don't think I'm called up for this. No good writer starts in a day. In fact, sometimes not even in a year. Some people not even 10 years. Not even 10 years. So give yourself time to grow. Teach the perfectionist mindset. Any good thing you see out there, no, in fact, let me just put it to you now that no book that you see out there, to the best of my knowledge, or for me personally, my best is not in my first draft. So if you have a first draft and you are not feeling it, that's a good thing, that at least you have written something. That you should give kudos to yourself. Even if you feel like you've written rubbish, you give kudos to yourself for writing rubbish. So ditch that perfectionist mindset and just get to writing. With time, you keep grow, you outgrow it, you get better. When you're starting out, really, it's not about having a perfect write-up. It's about growth. So embrace that growth mentality and ditch the perfectionist mindset. Number 3 is another skill that I encourage you to have is creativity. Creativity. Be creative.
Yes.
Everything that's going to enhance your creativity, talking to people, making research, reading, relating with nature, and every other thing that comes to your mind. Embrace it, be creative. And also, the other time I talked about teaching perfectionist mindset, at the same time you have to embrace the mindset of excellence.
Yes.
Is my writing not just filled with cliches? Is it filled with common knowledge? How can I make this thing better? Even after you've written, ask yourself, how can I make this thing better? Is there a better way to communicate my message? Embrace excellence mindset and you're good to go. I think those 4 for me, you will be good to go.
Absolutely. You have to have a passion for anything you want to do. There has to be passion associated with it. Those are amazing tips. Thank you so much. Okay, so our next question is, can you share some strategies for building a successful writing portfolio or platform?
Okay, if you are trying to build a writing portfolio or platform, let me start from here. Choose a niche.
Yes.
What do you want to write about? What do you want your message to be? I mentioned earlier, and maybe I should just even list the niches we have when it comes to writing. We have academic writing, we have technical writing, In fact, look at your experience. You can carve a niche out of your experience, or out of your expertise. If you're a barista, for example, there's practically no field that doesn't require writers.
Right. Right.
So you can carve a niche out of your expertise for yourself. Then after doing that, you can now think about what you want to write about. Do you want to just publish it as blog post, or you want to write it as book? You want to be a ghostwriter, or you want to be a content writer, or you want to be a marketer, or you want to be a strategist. So there are different niches to writing. Identify them. So once you choose a niche for yourself, then you move to the next phase. The next phase is that have a defined audience. Who do you hope to cater to? What do you think your message is for? Who do you think will embrace your message? Who do you think can relate with the value you want to share? Build and design a reader persona. And one of the things that is very important for you while building your reader persona is you want to understand your readers, your audience pain points. What are the things that they are going through, and what value do you want to prefer to make sure that they get better? So what is the pain and what is the outcome they are expecting? If they stay with you for 1 year, what will be the transformation that they must have experienced in their life? It has to be defined.
Yes.
Then number 3, another thing is to craft compelling narratives. Once you choose your niche, you have your audience. So what are the things they are interested in? For example, if I have chosen a niche, health niche for myself, and I'm saying that I'm writing to let's say people between the ages of 18 to 35, then I want to think about their pain. What is their pain? Maybe a lot of them have issues losing weight. Then I begin to craft compelling narratives for people who want to lose weight. So my journey is going to be about staying healthy between the age of 18 to 35. Then I want to start talking about exercise. I want to talk about lifestyle. I want to talk about taking care of your health for your 70s, preparing yourself for your assignment, and every other thing related. So you craft a compelling narrative. It could be blog post, it could be book, but I'd advise that you at least start with blog post and social media captions. Start with that and let your audience relate with it. So if your audience is able to relate with this, then you can now graduate to the next level. Then the last thing I would say is be consistent. Be consistent. If you do, it's not easy to keep showing up irrespective of what you're going through, but have it in mind that no matter what, I'm going to show up. So be consistent in your dealings, be consistent in your writing. Let them know that, okay, if I come to Joy's page today and I come back next week, I definitely do know that I know that I have something waiting for me there, no matter what. Even if it's not something so serious, if it's something to just make me smile, I just have something waiting for me there. So you have to be consistent. Then you're already on your way to having a fantastic portfolio or a platform.
Thank you so much. This is really good. Like you mentioned, just to summarize what you mentioned, the first thing is to choose a niche. And you listed a few of them. You said either academic research paper, there's also like the technical aspect as well. So choose the area that interests you, basically. Like what areas do you want to write on? So once you choose a niche, know your audience pain points, and from there you can start creating like compelling narrative. You can start small. You mentioned you can start from blog posts, Instagram captions, so just things like that. I think what I picked from there is just number one, knowing what you want to write about, the area you want to go into, and just start small. Don't wait until you have this big platform, because that's what starting small is what helps in building that portfolio, right? Your writing portfolio and your platform. So thank you so much. For those that are on the call, so if you have any questions, you can put them on the chat or use the question icon. During the end of this session, we'll have a few minutes for questions and answers. So Sifa, our next question is, what role do mentors or role models play in a writer's journey? And how can writers find suitable mentors?
Okay, that's a fantastic question, by the way. Oh, in this journey, if you want to journey alone, it's really difficult to journey alone. So one of the things you want to do early in your career is to get role models and mentors. Even if you don't have access, let me say role models are those that you probably don't have access to, but you look up to. But mentors are those who can hold you by the hand and say, okay, I'm going to take you through this, I'm going to teach you this and all. So it's very important that early in your career, you have people who are willing to do that for you. So one of the first things that your mentors ought to do for a writer is advice and counsel. They want to give you counsel on areas you are finding difficult when it comes to writing. Maybe time management, maybe having too many projects at a time. You want to talk to them about the challenges you are facing, and trust me, they have probably gone through it, so they are well able to provide solutions to the challenge. Another thing that mentorship prefers in writing is that they organize events. When you see big people in the industry, it's very fantastic if they organize events. And when they organize events, ensure that you are there so that you meet like-minded people and you'll be able to communicate yourself, communicate the challenges you're passing through, and also you're able to network and meet more people. Another thing that I think that mentors should do is that setting industry standard. Sometimes because this writing thing, it's not maybe because it's not like banking industry, so to say. Sometimes we just do things the way you please. But if we have mentors, if we have people that are ready to take this up in every location, every zone, every region, they set industry standard. So they tell you that don't let's say if they set policies. For example, don't tell your clients that you can deliver a book in 1 week. Even if you can deliver a book in 1 week, the industry standard is 1 month. And just that policy alone will save you of stress. Even though you know that you can write a book in 1 week, you will let your clients know that no, the industry standard is 1 month. So even if your client wants to beg you, one, they will have to understand that they have to be patient. They are going through industry, they are going against industry policy, and at the same time, they might have to pay you extra for it, and they will be much more lenient. Do you get it? But if there is no standard, anybody can always come up to say that, okay, I got my book written in 3 days, so you must write my book also for me in 3 days. And they will even let you know that, okay, if you are not writing, no problem, it's fine. I'm going to so person. And sometimes you don't even know where clients are lying. You don't know when they are saying the truth. But if there are standards, there are policies, there are policies, you know that, well, you can take it elsewhere, but I'm sure that I'm standing by the rules and regulation of the industry. Do you get? So those are the things that the roles that mentorship play. They help you navigate challenges, give advice and counsel, organize events, set standards and all.
Yes, thank you so much. So it's important to have like role models and mentors because these people they've been where you are from the beginning stage. So it's important to like follow their journey, and when they organize events, also go, because that's also a form of networking as well. Meeting like-minded people, learning from their success stories, getting some tips to excel in this industry. And that ties into the next question that says, how can aspiring writers leverage networking opportunities to advance their careers?
Okay, fantastic. I think I made mention of it briefly during the last question. And the first one is to attend events.
Yes.
Attend events. As writers, sometimes, in fact, it's not even most writers I know, they spend a lot of time indoor because we have one project or the other. There's one assignment, there's one deadline or the other. So they just want to write and keep writing that. Even when you say this event is, there's an event, the first thing they will most likely ask you is it virtual? Is it virtual? So if it's not virtual, they are not interested. So get ready to push yourself out of your comfort zone. Attend events. In fact, personally for me, I feel like I'm talking to myself too, because it's part of my New Year resolutions. I'm going to attend more events this year so that you meet more people, and you never know who you will meet next and the kind of impact they will and how much impact and transformation you experience just by meeting them. So another thing is to join a community. online communities are everywhere. Make sure that you at least you are related to 2 communities that has to do with writing. There are communities on LinkedIn, there are communities on Facebook for writers, so you can always drop your challenges there or ask questions, industry questions at what's happening in the industry, how do I go about this. So you want to join communities. You also sometimes beyond joining community, you can also ask yourself that can I start an initiative? Can I start a community? So you might want to look into that to start a community for yourself. Do you have the passion for it? Do you think you can sustain it? If you have the help needed, if you have the help required, is this something that you can chest and you're happy to do it? So you might want to consider that too. And actively participate in communities. A lot of writers are ghosts in most communities they belong to, especially those that are introverts and only express themselves through words. They are ghosts. So stop ghosting.
Yeah.
Actively participate. Actively participate. When you meet someone, you reach out to them after meeting them. Oh, it was nice meeting you. I hope that you're here for more collaborations, partnership, sponsorship. Then check up on them, build relationship from there beyond just having their phone number. Build relationship, add value to them in whatever way you can. It could even be outside your scope. They could need help one day, and you be willing to help them. And with that, you already have a place in their heart. You become unforgettable. So
Yeah.
that's how to maximize networking.
Absolutely. Yeah, that last part you said. I mean, networking, like for in every industry, it's very important to network, like actively network, right? Go to events, especially, I think, especially in this writing career as well. You know, you want to meet other people, like engage with them. And like you mentioned, like don't just go to the event and that's it. Like if you can connect with them on LinkedIn, like reach out. So that way they have you at the top of mind. If maybe an opportunity comes where they need like a writer, they'll be like, oh, I remember this person, right? And then that's how you build that network, because it's very important to have that community. And like you mentioned, actively participate. If you're in a community, don't just be there in the background, right? Especially if you want to grow in your writing career, actively participate in your community, right? Attend events. Those are very, very important key points. Thank you so much. And those that are joining us, welcome. If you have any questions, just leave the questions on the chat, or you can use the question icon. At the end of this session, we'll have a few minutes to just go through them. Thank you so much, Mr. Faye. This has been very, very informative. So our next question for you is, what are some common challenges that aspiring writers face, and how can they overcome them?
I love this. Okay, the first challenge I know that aspiring writers face is, I've mentioned it, I think I've mentioned it twice, and I'm going to say it again, is the perfectionist mindset. You don't have to start perfect. You just have to embrace the mindset of
Yes.
growth. So
Yes.
that's one. Number 2 is time management. Time management. Sometimes you think that a task is going to take you 8 hours, and before you know it, you are spending the whole day on it. And other tasks, they are there, they are suffering. Your personal life is there, you cannot attend to it. So time management is one of the issues we face. So one of the things I would encourage you is to, earlier in your career, master the understand what productivity is about, embrace prioritize a lot. Delegate where you have to delegate so that you can have time to focus on that which really matters. So prioritize. What is your priority at the moment? So if you have a priority, even if you have assigned 8 hours to a task and you know that this is my priority for today, if you are unable to do other things, you know that even if this project is taking 24 hours instead of 8 hours, because it is my priority, it is just going to be done. And other things that you've delegated or you've probably scrapped, they will be fine. So another thing about time management is don't take up too many projects at a time. I understand the need for money. I understand that you need to pay bills, but please don't take up too many jobs at a time. And one of the issues, sometimes you take up so many jobs and you feel like, okay, I'm going to outsource. And at the end of the day, you outsource and you realize that it's even better if you are just done this thing by yourself from the onset, because at the end of the day, you have to rewrite everything from the beginning to the end. Maybe the person didn't really give you what you would have loved to get. And with that might even hurt your business. Might even hurt your business. business. So you might want to, that's why you shouldn't take up so many tasks at a time. Just take the tasks that you can do at a time. Make sure you are well paid for it, because sometimes the reason why we take many projects at a time is because of money. Okay, I just want to meet up with this, I just want to meet up with that. So if that is already settled, if you charge well for the service you are rendering, you will be fine with that. So another challenge apart from time management and perfection is getting clients. Getting clients. The truth of the matter is that the best way to get clients is let me say, number one, build a personal brand, a strong online presence for your personal brand. Build a very strong online presence for your personal brand. Let people know that this is what you do. Be
Yeah.
loud.
Yes.
Be loud. My pastor used to say that life does not favor the talented, life favors the courageous. And the courageous will always lead the talented. So it's not about being talented. Talent is not enough. You have to be audacious. You have to be courageous about with what you are doing. You have to be very courageous. You have to be courageous. Be loud about, be vocal about your skill. This is what I can do. Let people know that this is what you are doing.
Yes.
There's something else I want to say that has escaped my mind. Just be loud. Be loud about your and you'll get clients. Then again, another way to get clients is through referrals. When you talk to
Yes.
people, before you know it, do a very excellent job. Then tell them, ask for referrals. If you don't ask for referrals, they might not give you. They might feel like, oh, it might be occupied. You know, writers are always busy, so she might not have the time. So tell them, I don't mind you referring me. If there is anybody that you know that needs my help, please refer me to them. Ask for referrals. That's your call to action as a writer.
Yeah.
Recommend me, refer me. I can also help you with this project. I don't just write personal statements. I can also write a book. Be loud. Ask for referral. Tell them what you need them to do for you. And with that, with strong online presence, gradually, it might not just come smooth like that, but gradually, with consistency, consistently dishing out value, consistently showing up, you will get clients. So
Yeah.
I don't know if there is any other challenge that anybody has yet can prefer solution to it. So, but those are usually the common challenges that we have. Then again, handling criticism. Sometimes because you've received criticism, you just go back into your
Mm-hmm.
shell. You just go back into your shell. You don't want to, oh, I just want it perfect. I already said it can't be perfect in your first writing. So don't say that you're waiting for that time where everybody will just be praising you. You have to grow thick skin, grow
Oh
thick
yeah.
skin. If someone criticizes your writing, take it as a constructive criticism. Even if the person actually attacks you personally and not your work, you change the narrative. Tell yourself that this person is not attacking me, he's attacking what I wrote. And I am different from what I wrote. I can always get better.
Yeah.
So, excuse me, ditch the criticism and embrace the embrace it, take it as constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Think about how you can make things better and you'll be fine. Just because somebody's told you that you charge me this much and you only delivered, it is nonsense. Even if a person puts up or you put up your name on social media, that shouldn't discourage you. I know you feel bad, trust me, I've been there. You feel bad, you feel like, am I this shallow? Is it like I don't have anything to offer? And you feel bad, but it's part of the journey. It makes your
Yeah.
story beautiful. So
Exactly.
that's it.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, like you mentioned, just ditch that perfectionist mindset. Like nobody's perfect. Like because if you start like trying to make your first work like this masterpiece, you will not start. You just be writing and deleting or writing and just throwing it away, right? So just ditch that perfectionist mindset. And I also like the point that you mentioned, taking criticism constructively, because when you write and you put it out there, people are going to judge it. People are going to have opinions on it. So the opinions that they have, it's important to take the criticism constructively. So no, okay, like don't do that. It helps you. That will help you improve in your next writing project. So thank you very much for that. I also like when you mentioned that, when you're building your personal brand, be loud about it. Thank God for social media. Create Instagram account, LinkedIn account, and be loud about it. Like when people go on your page, they should know that, okay, this person is a writer on this topic, right? Be loud about it. Build a personal brand. Ask for referrals when you've done jobs for writing jobs for people. Ask them for referrals, because that's how you're able to build that your platform as well. Thank you so much, Ife. We have a few more questions, and I think we also have some from the audience, so we'll go through that later. But so next question is, could you share a pivotal moment or experience from your own writing journey that significantly impacted your career?
Okay. Okay, one moment that I would love to share is that, and I think writers can learn from this greatly. When I started my writing journey, I think one mistake that I made and that made me, let me say, that delayed my progress, when it comes to writing was that I saw writing as a side hustle instead of a job.
Mm.
And the moment I started embracing it as my full-time job, that was a pivotal moment for me. Like the change, it was the radical, the narrative changed radically. So if you start to see writing as, okay, I'm coming here, writing is just my side hustle, I am a banker, you will not get what you really want.
Mm.
I'm a doctor. Writing is just a side hustle. Don't treat writing as a side hustle. Even if you have a job, still treat it as another job.
Right.
And what do you do? What do you do to side hustle? For side hustles, you have a mentality that, well, it's not the main thing. So even if I'm not growing, or I can always ditch it. But your job, in fact, you are praying that, Lord, I don't want to be sacked. Do you get it? So you're giving it all it takes to make sure that you get promotions, you get increase in pay, you get everything that'll make you happy that you have a good job. So now imagine if you transfer that same energy into your writing. You go to your work and spend at least minimum of 8 hours at work per day.
Yes.
If you spend 8 hours improving yourself concerning writing, you spend 8 hours writing, maybe 6 hours writing, 1 hour learning, 1 hour talking to someone about it every day. Oh my God, you don't want to know the transformation you would have experienced. So don't treat writing as a side hustle. Treat it as your full-time job. The moment I did this, I experienced a radical change in my life, because I remember at that point, I was still looking for another job. I was at a job when I started writing. No, I didn't have a job when I started writing, but I was actively looking for a job. So when I got the role was still actually writing, was still a writing role, but I wasn't saying to myself that I still want to build a business out of it. I was just working for that company. So after I left the company for a while, I was still actively, still for a very long time, I was still actively looking for a job, despite the fact that I was still earning from this. But until the point where I had that mental mind shift that if this is your full-time role, this is not just a side hustle, this is your job. Even if you have another job, well, I think you should treat that new job as a side hustle and treat this as your real job. Then you will experience a transformation. And that was what I did. And truth be told, the difference is clear.
Yeah, I think especially if you know that writing is where you want to go, like I think it's very, very crucial that you put in time and effort, because things that you put in time and effort, that's what you see they actually grow. So if you're just treating this as, oh, I do this when I have the time, then you're not really going to grow, right? Especially if writing is something you want to do for the long term. Thank you so much. We have, I think, a couple more questions. Let me see. Okay. All right. So next question for you is, for those struggling to find their voice or their niche in writing, what advice would you offer?
My advice for you, I've mentioned it already, is to explore different things. Don't stay on one thing and say that until I get the results here. You can't be doing the same thing in the same way and expect a different result. Explore. We have over 20 niches in writing.
Yeah.
Keep exploring till you find that which is suitable for you. Keep exploring. Then number 2, you want to look into yourself. What is your experience? What experience do you have that you would love to share? For example, if you're somebody that one of the things that is peculiar to you is probably you imagine situations. And if you've been struggling with non-fiction writing, if you're somebody that is very creative and imaginative, then you might want to try out fictions. You might want to try out writing short stories. You might want to try out marketing, writing campaigns, writing ads. So don't to be fixed on one thing. Then again,
Yeah.
you might want to explore by looking at your expertise. What have I spent years learning? What did I study in school? The past 5 years of my life, how has it been? Can I carve a niche out of this thing? So look into your experience, look into your expertise, look into your passion, your interest, and you will definitely find that which you are interested in. But till then, keep doing different things. Keep doing different things till you find what is suitable for you.
Yes, yes. I like that. Do different things. Don't just be stuck in one type of writing. So that way, when you try out different things, you see which one you really enjoy writing about. So explore, explore, explore. Look into your experiences. You can get some things from there. Thank you so much. So lastly, before we go into the questions from the audience, so how important is self-discipline? I know you've mentioned it before, but just to reiterate the point, how important is self-discipline and consistency in maintaining a writing career?
Mhm. It is very important. The question is how important. So I'd say
Yes.
it is very important. It is very important. Consistency and self-discipline. You cannot achieve anything without
Oh yeah.
self-discipline. And I mentioned something that I will just mention again. I said if you begin to treat your writing as a 9 to 5, like you are going to work 9 to 5 and you are spending 8 hours on it per day. Even when you are tired, you are saying my 8 hours is not complete. Even when you are frustrated, you are saying I must spend that 8 hours. Even when something is wrong, you're like, I've not spent the complete hours. You are treating it with dedication
Yeah.
and the commitment you would have given to your 9 to 5. You will experience a serious mind shift, a radical change, a pivotal moment. So you have to treat it seriously. And consistency, remember the people that you are feeding. They want to consistently hear from you. They want to know what's going on with you. They want to know the value you have for them. And once you don't keep showing up, the media space is crowded. You
Oh yeah.
will fizzle out. They'll forget about you. So if you don't want them to forget about you, keep showing your face. Keep telling them that, hey, I'm here. So
That's
that's
That's true. The follow-up question, right? So somebody asked, she said, so how do you stay consistent when it seems like all your efforts are not proceeding results? Like you're putting out writing content out there, but not getting the right responses.
okay.
Yeah, not
So I think
yeah.
for you, the mindset, this question, this answer is specific to this question. So I think the mindset that this person has to embrace is the mindset of I am building a track record.
Mm,
So when you are not seeing engagement, you are not seeing likes, you are not seeing anything, just tell yourself that I am building. If the only issue you have with consistency is discouragement because you are not having comments and no other issue, just tell yourself that I am building a
yeah,
track record. Because
yeah,
one day people will come to your page and they want to see what you have to offer. Imagine
exactly.
that somebody just comes to your page today and they don't find anything. Maybe they just find 10 posts. They won't patronize you. What do you want them to think about you? They'll be like, maybe, oh, this person is not serious. Just tell yourself that I am building a track record, and that
Yes,
settles it.
yes. That's it. If we can end the life now, let's go. That is building a track record, because no business that is where they are now, like when they started, they didn't have this big amount of followers. Just like you mentioned, be consistent. Like consistency is what yields results. If you're
Mhm.
consistent, you keep putting out your content, even though you're getting 1 like, 0 comment, keep doing it, because that's your portfolio you're building, especially with writing. Like if you get this opportunity to write something big, they'll ask you, what's your portfolio? Let me see what you've
Mhm.
written. So
Mhm.
out, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep building that portfolio. And then when people come on your page, okay, this person has a lot of experience. So everybody listen, keep building your portfolio. Like she said, you're building a track record. Like just take that and run with it. You're building a track record. Thank you so very much for that. I think one question from the
I'm sorry,
audience.
let me quickly chip in
Yes.
one more thing. When somebody comes to your page and they go through, I think I've been on somebody's page before, and the reason why I followed the person was because I saw growth in what the person has been posting.
Yeah.
And please, if you've been posting and you see that what I've been posting does not make sense, don't delete it,
Yeah.
leave it.
Yes.
Leave it.
Yes.
I saw growth on the person's page. I'm like, wait, when this person started in 2018, look at the designs, look at the word structure, look at this. But now I saw how the person moved to the next level. Then I saw how the person moved to the next. Then I saw the state the person is right now, and I'm like, no, I'm definitely following you. You know something. So you might not notice the changes now, but as time goes on, when people come to your page, they will notice and they will celebrate you for the work you've been putting in, your effort, your sacrifices. It's not going to be a waste. They will celebrate you for it and they will reward you by following you and bringing projects for you. So it's all about track record. It's not
Exactly.
about the immediate result.
That's it. That's it. Because where you are now is not where you will be tomorrow. Like like you mentioned earlier during this life that growth is also a very important aspect. What you're writing today, like don't see it as less, right? Because you're starting out, so still like take that content in, and the more you're advancing, the more you're being consistent and you're disciplined in it, your content writing obviously would improve from where it started from. So one more question from the audience was he wants to know, is copywriting a type of niche?
Yes. Copywriting is a niche. Copywriting, content writing, they are different niches. Copywriting is more related to marketing. Yeah,
Yeah.
to marketing.
Okay.
While content writing is something different.
Okay.
Copywriting is a niche.
All right. Thank you so much.
If you find
So lastly, before
sorry to cut you. If you find
okay.
yourself that you are expressive with words, you are able to market, you have sweet mouth, let me say that, you might want to explore copywriting.
Right, yeah. Those sweet captions we keep saying on social media. Yes.
Mm.
Before we let go, so you mentioned you have a book from trauma to
Trial.
triumph. Yes. So can you also recommend if you have any other books that you've read has helped you, websites, any apps that are related to launching a career in writing?
Okay. I would say that if you want to launch a career in writing and you need help with books, websites, and all this, that YouTube is your friend.
Yeah.
The internet is enough. YouTube is your friend. Medium is your friend. Subscribe to newsletters from Grammarly, from Hemingway, from Gerald. If you just put how to start a career in writing on Google today,
Yeah.
you will see some websites that they are ready to bombard you with newsletters till you will unsubscribe. So you might want to explore that. There are a lot of websites that you can learn from. But more particularly, if you have questions in your mind, specifically search for those questions on YouTube, on Google, then you have answers. Then you might also want to follow industry leaders on LinkedIn
Mm,
and all
okay.
other social media platforms. Follow them, see what they are doing. Most times they will recommend books, recommend one website or the other. Then you are fantastic. Then any book, me, I wouldn't say that this is the book I would recommend for writers. Most times, any book I just see that I'm seeing anything right on it, I'm definitely getting it. How to write. I've bought a book titled How to Write Anything. A manual, a very big manual. I still have it. How to
Mm,
write 2 times faster. I have it. How to steal your writing. Different. As long as there's right there, I'm definitely buying. And even if I can't read from cover to cover, one day I know that I'm definitely going to use you. I'll just flip through the pages and see what I'm looking for is there. So that is that.
yeah.
Explore. Follow people, and you will find that which works for you.
All right. So another question for you. So someone wants to know, how do we get your book from trauma to triumph, and what's your YouTube page as well, so we can put it on the chat for people to
Okay,
follow
thank
you?
you. You can get my book From Trauma to Triumph on Stella. You can just send me a DM on Instagram. If you click on my bio, you would see how to get the soft copy or the hard copy. Then you can send me a DM. Then on my bio too, there's a link to my YouTube channel there, or you should just search The Lady Ife. So I talk about faith, family, femininity, and lifestyle. And if that looks like anything you're interested in, then you want to subscribe. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Great. So, guys, everyone, just follow our page. Click on the link. Someone already put the name there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ines. So, the Lady Ife. Follow our page. Click on the bio to get the soft copy of the book or the hard copy, and also the YouTube channel. If you have questions, I'm pretty sure Ife would be welcoming to answer any more questions that you might have concerning starting your writing career. So thank you so much, Ife. We really
Okay, one more thing.
yes, go
Okay,
ahead.
if you are interested in writing a book, I'm currently running a training titled Mind to Manuscript
Okay.
for people who want to write their book and they don't know how to go about it. So we usually have 8 sessions, 8 intensive lectures. After then, we'll launch out to write our book, and in 30 days your book, your first draft, will be ready. So if you
Wow.
want one-on-one consultation, I have a package for that. If you want group, I have a package for that. And if you want it like a workshop where we'll come to your city, Lagos, Ibadan, Benin, we'll have the package. So just send me a DM and we can always talk more. Mind
That
to
is
manuscript.
wow, that is amazing. Guys, you want to our page now, now, now. That is so great. Really good work you're doing, Ifel. Wow, that's really amazing. Thank you again so much. On behalf of GR, thank you. This was a very, very informative session. Guys, please put the heart emoji, put the
Thank
fire
you.
emoji.
I'm so delighted to be here. Thank you for having me. Thank you,
Thank
Ofre. I'm
you so
so
much. Thank
grateful. You're a gem. We celebrate you. Thank you for GRG. I
yes,
really love the
yes, yes.
community. Thanks for all you're doing. God bless you. We celebrate your efforts and sacrifices.
Thank you so much.